so make it.
Welcome back to Shark Week. I've been making my general theme for this Shark Week rants and conservation, so today's going to be a less angry rant. Here are my top 5 ways you can help sharks without having to pay money, because not all of us have money to blow. Number 5, recycling. It seems stupid, but it actually will greatly affect the health of our oceans if more of us, if not all of us, recycled even simple things like plastic. For example, why you should recycle things like plastic. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Roughly the size of Texas the last time that I checked, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is at the center of an ocean gyre in the Pacific Ocean that is made entirely out of human garbage that is able to float in water, most of which is degrading plastic. That's fun to have in ocean creatures. Plastic. The reason why I'm bringing up the Great Pacific Ocean Garbage Patch that is so dense that you can literally walk on it like an island is that things that live in that area are things that sharks feed on, like seabirds, turtles, fish, and they are feeding on degrading plastics. The turtles are dying because they're like, this plastic bag looks an awful lot like a jellyfish. I'ma eat it. And seabirds are like, these little plastic things that are in the water look awfully appetizing. I'ma eat it. And they die. And then the chemicals from the plastics are getting into the food chain and making animals sick and die, which is leaving less food for our lovely finned friends. Isn't that right, Tiburon? So one way you can help save the sharks and save the oceans is simply recycle. Don't be a dick and throw out your water bottles. Recycle them. Number 4 way you can help save the oceans: don't chemically treat your lawn or wash your car in your driveway, because that's not great for water. Now, the reason that these things are not great for water is there's a thing called runoff and groundwater. So these awful, gross chemicals that are killing weeds and bugs and making your grass look super great, but it's seeping into the water. And that's super gross and super toxic. If it kills weeds and kills bugs, it'll kill fish, which is gonna kill sharks. So, like, if you're living at home and your mom and dad are like, I want to have the greenest, most beautiful lawn in the entire neighborhood, they're way better status symbols than having a green lawn. Like, we could have the Tesla, which is like the electric car. So you could just buy a Tesla if you feel the need to be better than everybody else in your neighborhood. And washing your car in your driveway. Just think of all the things that are A, in the grossness on your car, B, in the grossness of the things that you use to wash your car, and that's seeping into the groundwater, and it's running off into ponds and rivers and storm drains and going into the ocean. And you know what? That's causing like algae blooms and all that other gross stuff that's killing off fish, which is messing up ecosystem chains, which are messing up sharks. So, perfectly manicured lawns and washing your car in your driveway, no. Number 3, stopping overfishing by only purchasing and consuming sustainable seafood. There are lists online. You can just Google, what are some sustainable seafoods I can eat? And they will give you a whole list, including restaurants and stores that buy and sell sustainable seafood. So if you want to help Tiburon here have something to eat later, make sure you are eating only sustainable seafood and not these awful overfished fisheries that are destroying the ocean. Number 2 way to help save the sharks: eat locally. Don't buy things that are like, this was grown in country that's not even on the same continent as you, if you can help it. I understand that there are situations like, I gotta have me some avocados and they only grow avocados in Mexico now that there's that huge drought in California. I get it, like, I'm not expecting you to be perfect. Think about all the fossil fuels you'll be saving by eating local, because you don't have to pay for shipping costs and all that gross, icky carbon dioxide going into the atmosphere. You'll save money because you won't have to pay shipping costs or like the gross things that they do to keep food fresher longer, and you're helping support your own local economy by eating locally. So like, your whole life is gonna get better if you eat locally as much as you can. Not to mention you're gonna be helping sharks, because that means that there's less boats on the ocean trucking around, picking up invasive species, hauling them other places in their ballast water and dumping them and screwing up ecosystems. Case in point, lionfish. Hello? Totally screwing up everything. So eat local and it'll help save sharks. And the number one way you can help save sharks, be excessively annoying. What I mean by being excessively annoying is writing to your local, state, or national legislative body about how much you care about shark conservation, how much you care about the shark fin trade, and overfishing. And you can do that as much as you want, and you only have to pay for the stamps. And if you use email, you don't even have to pay for anything. It's the greatest thing ever. You're exercising your right to have opinions. And you're being like a grown-up, sorta, by... Instead of just complaining about it on the internet, like I am, you're actually doing something constructive about it. Just so you don't get mad at me, I've already emailed my leaders several times, and I'm not trying to take all the credit for it, but Delaware has banned the shark fin trade. Thank you. Thank you very much. So the more often you get in touch with your legislative bodies, your congressmen, your congresswomen, your senators, your other people who are the House, you got Parliament. I'm sure other countries have Parliament. The more you contact your representatives, the more they're going to realize, hey, I might not get reelected and get to have this awesome salary again if I don't do something about this shark problem. That's the way we gotta think about it, which is awful and it sucks. But that's how that generation works. So those are my top 5 ways that you can help save sharks without having to spend any money. Even though I was kind of lying about eat locally. But I'm trying to save you money there because we all gotta eat food. And unfortunately, food costs money. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other ideas about how to save sharks without spending money, go ahead and include it in the comments section. You can message it to me on my Tumblr page, wannabegingerkid.tumblr.com or squalasacanthus.tumblr.com. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know how your life changes by these 5 wonderful ways to save sharks. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Happy Shark Week. Today what I want to talk about is sharks as bycatch in the fishing industry.